My friends, back to the channel. Now for today's little chat, we are going to have a look at one of the classic records albums what came out in the 70s. This record, album, CD, whatever, came out in 1973. It was started work on autumn 72, but it was finished in spring of 1973. The album we are about to have a look at and I have just been listening to, is 53 years old this year. This album put the artist on the map. He was a genius, the way he produced and did all the work on this album and that. And the other thing about it, it was actually started a record company by someone else who put money into this album, what was the first release on their label. So first I'll tell you the record company. Record company was Virgin Records, run by Mr. Richard Branson, as known as Sir Richard Branson. And the artist what put Virgin Records on the map and his album was Mike Oldfield, and we're talking about this album. And this is Tubular Bells, a real masterpiece. I've just been listening to it, and it is the way he did it, because he played all the instruments on it. Backing vocals he had help with other people and that, but all the different instruments he did on this album, as I'll show you. There is a picture of the young Mike Oldfield, and he was 19 when he made this album. He produced it, mixed it, mastered it, all with some help and that. And if I show you some more pictures, I don't know if you can read all the instruments on it, on there, but he literally played every instrument. He laid every track down and that. And there's another picture of the man himself and a bit more information if you can see. He literally, he needed, I think he must have produced it with himself, and a few other people helped him, but every instrument that he did, he played them himself. He put them together, into the music, and I do believe that one of the parts of it was used for the Omen or the Exorcist. I can't remember which film it was, but I'm sure one part of it was used, and it was only two sides. It was totally one complete album and that. There was on side one you had part one, which ran for 25 minutes, and then side two you had part two, what ran for 23 minutes and 50 seconds. This was an absolute masterpiece for its time, and it literally made a mint for Mike Oldfield and Richard Branson, and it started off Virgin Records, and it started off Mike Oldfield's career. He's made other Tubular Bells versions, but we will go into them at a later date. Today we're looking at Tubular Bells, the original one from 1973, and the way he put it together. He played every instrument. I don't know if you'd be able to see this on the camera, can pick it up because it's quite small. That's all the instruments and the people I don't know if you can see them because it's small writing and that, and there's the picture of the album on the front, and that was the back of the album cover. Um, it it was a amazing record for its time. I would have to give it a 9.5 on the Richter scale because the way he did it, because he actually did it at his own studio, he mastered it, he put tracks on it, he laid every piece of instrument on it, he literally played every bit, put it on, then he went to the next bit and layered that on. He did everything himself. He mixed it himself, but he did have help with the finished version of it. But it's an absolute amazing record. This first Tubular Bells, the original Tubular Bells, literally put his name on the map. It sold millions, and it was one of those records what came out at its time, what was a genius and a masterpiece. And for a 19-year-old to go in and do everything himself, play every instrument, work out how it all layered in, what he wanted it to sound was pretty a genius. He was amazing. He must have been, because I rate him up with some of the geniuses like Brian Wilson and McCartney and Lennon, because I think he must have got some of the ideas from them, especially as Brian Wilson, because he was another genius in that. And the thing is, he didn't use other people to play instruments. The only people what was used was backing vocals, singers and that, because he had to have extra singers on certain tracks. But apart from that, he played nearly every instrument himself. The way he took the time to put it on, I think he had a 32 track player back then, and you could layer, just because back then you didn't have like Pro Tools and things like that and the internet. You had to do it by by putting it on tape and then adding another layer onto it. It was very complex, this album was, but the finishing production was amazing, and the sound he got from it and that was absolutely out of this world. He was a genius for his time. I think he's still alive. I don't think he's making any more music, because I've got a feeling he has retired. I might be wrong, but someone will tell me if that's right or not. So this is my look of this album, Tubular Bells from 1973, which is 53 years old this year, and it was one of the biggest hits records of 73 and that, and it has been mastered, reproduced and that. He has done other Tubular Bells, but that's for another story, and I hope you enjoy my look at Tubular Bells and Mike Oldfield's first record that he released, and the success he had, and with Richard Branson putting the money into release it, setting up his record company, what made him a success, and Mike Oldfield's success, and put them both on the map, even Virgin, because you've got so much of Virgin Records and other things from the Virgin media and that. And I would like to say a fond farewell for now. And whenever you watch this, I hope you enjoy this, whatever time you watch it. Hope you are safe and well. Take care of your friends, your loved ones, and your colleagues. And I'll catch you for the next time on the flip side. So I'll say bye for now.